Hello, everybody. This is Dr. J and Kamal streaming live, coast to coast and across the globe. What a day on the street, followed by a Thursday, the Thursday following the best day we've had in a long time. The Thursday is the worst Thursday I can remember.
Yeah.
At one point, the S&P was down, over 1,200. I mean, the Dow was down over 1,200. I mean, it's incredible swings we've been seeing, and it gives you a headache. Gives me a headache.
Yes.
So
And crying is not allowed on the show, right?
no, crying is definitely taboo. Andrew is with us. Tandem finally had a reaction to earnings in the wrong direction. The Tandem took it on the chin. Apparently, is that right?
Yes, very badly.
Andrew back into Amazon, who joined the pain club. I bought more Amazon today, by the way. Brutal day, added to CTIC under 5. Good man. Dan added to CTIC under 520 and Zim at 60. That's good. I like both of those moves, Dan. Alexis, ouch. And does anyone ever remember Amazon ever being below the 200-day moving average? Yeah, probably, because I have a long memory. My target for the bottom on Amazon is 2250, which we almost hit today. Andrew says 2200, which is not far from me, my thinking. Patrick says it's doomsday ahead. Get out of the stock market now. Transitory Powell underestimated the CPI before and is making a similar mistake in touting soft landing. What do you want him to say? Hard landing? Scare everybody to death? Come on, Patrick. He's got to say that. Hard crash is coming. Andrew, you're trying to depress everybody.
I think this is the low. I cannot imagine it go lower. I mean, I don't want it to go lower.
Patrick, if the man says next month is 50, next month is 50, not 75 to 100. I don't think he's been corrupted into painting any picture at all. I disagree.
Me too.
I think he's been a truly independent sort. Tough to stand up to political pressures, but I think he's done a pretty good job. Laura, you're not the only one who has whiplash. I personally like Jay Powell. What do you think of him, Kamal?
I think he is doing a great job. Just give him some time. It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
The market is not going to react overnight, and he's going to correct everything overnight. It doesn't work out.
Yeah, Laura's right. I mean, there's always rockets out there, and you just got to find them. NWBO. We all found that one. Thank goodness. That made a little money to counter the downslide. Missed the boat. You didn't miss anything yet, Dan. The fireworks are yet to come. I see $5 with data. I don't think it's falling hard. I don't think it's falling at all. I think it's got a lot of play right now. Even if there's no data next week, there's always the law of data the following week. So what the heck is the difference? NWBO fans, all aboard. Man,
well, it's the only thing that was green today.
Yeah, Athesis held up pretty well. I added more Athesis today. Meat grinder market certainly is, says Pete. Patrick picked up CTIC and AUPH. Sounds good. Tim added Tesla. Good move. You add quality to a day like today. You added Apple, right, Kamal?
I did.
Good man. Just long oil stocks, says man. Okay. very conservative, playing it safe. Saeed bought Tesla as well. Very nice. We have very wise viewers, I think.
Conservative players.
Yeah. I like Mark's comment. That's cute. His blue chips were not affected too badly. Athesis, CTIC, CTRM. Yes, I call them baby blue chips, but that's okay. They haven't grown up yet into blue chips.
Seedlings.
Yeah, the future blue chips. That's exactly right. With it all, though, the consumer is still very strong. So I think that's going to keep the market afloat as long as the consumer is spending and there's no wallet shifts from to speak of, and they're spending across all the sectors. I think that's great. And why shouldn't they be? Because the labor market is strong. They're getting increases more or less to keep up with inflation, if not exceed it. Very strong labor market, and the consumer benefits from that. And also during COVID, they spent very little, so now they're spending. I think that's on our side with countering some of the headwinds that the market is facing. All right, so let's look at the S&P. The S&P was down 3.5%.
Could you remove that banner, Dr. J?
Yeah. Jiggly wants to know when I'll release my Kentucky Derby pick. Right now, it's Taiba, Taiba, the 12 horse, I believe. Taiba is my Kentucky Derby pick. All right. He actually only had 2 races. He broke his maiden, and then he won the big prep race in California, beating some quality horses. So I like him. And also, he's got a very good bloodline, et cetera, et cetera. He looks like the horse that's really coming up to his best effort in this race. The Dow Jones, we haven't looked at that in a long time. Well, let's look at the details actually on the S&P. The NASDAQ was the biggest loser, down 5%. Holy mackerel. The Russell was down 4%. Wow. Crude oil that reached another, not a new high, but up again, 108.60. Gold was up 0.5%. Silver up 0.5%. The 10-year bond over 3.06. That can't be good. What else? U.S. dollar, Japanese yen continues to soar. Boy, people make tons of money going long the dollar. Bitcoin down again, 8.5% to 36,436. We should look at Bitcoin.
Yep.
Okay, let's take a look at the Dow. All right, so I think we're good. I like where it stopped last week. Echo. Did you take care of that, Kamal? Yeah, I think you did. Okay, good. So I like this low, 32,272 that we put in. On 224. So that low is still intact for the Dow. I think the S&P and the NASDAQ took out the February 24th lows, but the Dow did not. The Dow is looking relatively okay compared to some of the other indices. It doesn't scare me too much when I look at this picture. It looks range bound. So this, of course, February 24th is the key low for the Dow. Holds that low, there's only one way to go, and that's back up to 35,490. That's what I want to see, to rise to the top of this trading range. I expect that. I'm bullish, by the way. None of this pessimism that I hear all day long. I'm tired of it. Walmart, I drew the line from the low that it made on May 2nd, on Monday, right? Yeah, I think it made it on Monday. It made a low of 150.32. I think that's good. I think it holds that level. If it doesn't, I'm looking at 148 and change on Walmart for a floor. Bitcoin, right? We want to look at Bitcoin.
Do you want to look at the SPY?
Yeah, I want that too. Bitcoin has a huge red candle today. Very annoying. But it's not, and it's not lower than its previous low. So that's good. As long as it stays above the 223 low, in the case of Bitcoin, 34,459, I think we're okay. So far, I don't see any reason to panic other than one horrible day. SPY. 413 was a close, 413.81, down 3.55%, 15 points. Again, the low from Monday is holding, and that's a very key low. I think that was 404, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's the key number. We must not break below 404. Otherwise, you could see a big gap down. 410, we touched below it and we closed above it, which is good. So I think the first level of support is here at 410, which was the old low from February 24th that it took out today. So unlike the Dow, the spiders actually took out the Feb 24 low, but closed above it. So that's very important that it closed above it.
Right, but there's still one more day in the week, which is a Friday, and
yeah, and you may see a retest of that 410 level. I'll tell you what I expect. I expect it to maybe make a little bit of a lower low than it put in today, and finish the day strong. I think we get a green candle tomorrow to end the week.
I hope
because
so.
it's overdone, and bargain hunters will come in. So if it looks like it's what was the low of the day today? 409.44. At about 409, I expect bargain hunting to resume again. I don't think it retests 404. I think we just go down a little at the open and close strong. I could see us making it back this entire day's downward spiral to close at about, I'm going to call for a close at 420, between 420 and 425 for the close for the week.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think we'll get a big range, though. I think it could go down to 409 and close at 425. I think that's very possible. See a seesaw. It's consistent with what we've been saying is whipsaw, seesaw, whatever you want to call it. So why not more of that same kind of back and forth motion? Amazon, I want to look at Amazon.
Yeah, that's another painful story.
Very painful. I'll just type it in. I don't know where it is. Amazon, I added a little bit today. I couldn't help myself, but I have a buy order in at 22.50. I think it may get there. If it doesn't get there, I'm happy. But it's been extremely weak, so we don't know where the bottom is. So along with the rest of the market tomorrow morning, I expect Amazon to trade lower than its low of the day, maybe.
Could you show the weekly over a year or 2 years?
Yeah, but I'm thinking tomorrow's low is right about 22.55. Maybe I'll raise my buy order a little bit on Amazon. The weekly. You can get a better idea on the weekly of where it may stop going down. This is a very interesting location for it to stop. Right here, the low of May 25th, which is 2330, which is exactly where it stopped today. Let's draw that line in. I mean, maybe we don't get anything but up tomorrow. I don't know. That would be great. This looks like an interesting location for it to have stopped.
That's higher than the.
Oh yeah, it broke that, but it closed above it, right? It broke by a little bit, 2301. This was 2330, so it broke below it, but it closed just about even with that candle at the close.
What's
So
that? Why is that line significant? I'm missing.
I like that candle. It was a significant turnaround week. You see that week had a very big bottom shadow. So that's why I think it's an important candle.
I see.
But this would be a support area more than likely, 2256.
I see. Okay.
2256 looks like a very likely support area, and or a little bit lower than that, the middle of this candle, which would coincide with these two highs from 2-1.
Wow.
2185 is possible for a turnaround, but I like just, I don't think it gets that low, but it could. I think 2250 is a very likely turnaround point for Amazon. 2250, final answer. Okay, I had to think it through. 2250 is my final answer. Let's take a look at the winner. Everyone's winner today. Everyone on our viewers pretty much is in NWBO. Up 28.5 cents to 191, making money. We had something that we're making money on. That's good news. Very good news. And most of us bought it for well under $1.
Yeah, I sold it today, honestly, at 193.
Well, it's never wrong to take a profit.
I made like 90-something%.
It's never wrong to take a profit. And certainly, this could be a test of, this could be support. It could come all the way back down to the middle of this green candle, very likely. That looks like a very likely support area. Right about in here at 150-ish. That looks like a very likely support. So maybe you did a really smart move. You get back in at 150, Kamal.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at Athesis. I'm not saying it's going there. You know, it's been a phenomenal story at NWBO. I tweeted that the cat is out of the bag, meaning that everyone seems to know that the results are going to be good, the data of the clinical trial for GBM. The assumption is it's going to be good at this point, and it's trading that way. So I'm not so sure it'll get there, but that would be a likely place for it to stop if it starts going down. All right, Athesis. Athesis, I couldn't help but click the buy button over and over again today. I just
you're addicted, man.
I'm addicted to Athesis, yeah. And I'm almost gonna be sorry when it goes to $5 and I have to part with some of my shares.
I like that.
It's true. I mean, I'm so used to owning Athesis. I won't part with all of it, even at $5. I don't care. I'm keeping some for $10. You know.
It feels like this is your biggest position now.
The funny thing about Athesis, Kamal, is if it does go to $5 on treasure data, which is due by the end of the month at the latest, then it's very likely it's going to see $10. So, it's hard to really part with too many shares. If it makes 5, it should make 10 because it's like 130 million in market cap or something like that. And it's 10 times is 1.53 billion, which is nothing for a stock that has the only drug, the best drug for stroke. So $5 might be an entry point for many people. So it's hard to really part with too many shares. I'm going to sell some just for the hell of it, just to, so just in case, whatever. But if the data is really, really good, it's going to be difficult to sell. I don't know how I can get myself to hit the sell button. I'm so used to hitting the buy button on this one. All right. It could go to $50. $50 is 100 times.
Oh my God.
Well, why not? Why can't it trade it? Why can't it trade it? Why can't it be taken out by Merck for 15 billion? Is that inconceivable?
Yeah, everything is possible. It's just
yeah. Anything is possible. That's right. Or by who knows by who, by any big pharma. Why Merck? They're talking Merck for NWBO because the NWBO dendritic vaccine looks like it probably works very well in conjunction with Keytruda, which is a Merck drug. That's the reason for that excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these two are my favorite stocks to look at. If I'm looking at my portfolio, I look at Athesis and NWBO first. Before I look at anything else, I look at these two because
those were my only two penny stocks.
They're my only penny stocks, and I like them a lot. No, I have one more penny stock, AABB.
Yeah, I have that too.
Which has been doing absolutely nothing, by the way.
I know.
Google, on the other hand, is probably the best of the techs, big tech. Well, maybe I think that's probably true. And looking at the weekly, it bounced off the 100 today, and closed higher than considerably higher. It got back a lot of its loss. And it's only down from its peak to trough. Let's see, peak to trough, it's about, let's take a look. I don't know what exactly, 3019 maybe, 3030. So 3030 down to yesterday's low was 2254. 3,000 to 2250, about 750 off of 3,000. 30, 20, it's over 20%. I thought it was less. It's still people got hurt with this one, no doubt. Or if you came in at these levels up here, you're sitting with a 20% loss. But I think like all the other quality names, Apple, Amazon, Google, I think all of them will be trading higher down the road. Maybe not that far down the road either. I don't think this is the beginning of the 50% sell-off. There's some of the people on Wall Street are now screaming, "Get out now! 50% of you save your money because it's down 20%. It's going down 50%." I don't believe that. They could be right, but I don't think so. I think the economy is on terra firma still.
I agree with that. And then Google is not going anywhere. I mean, it's a known brand worldwide.
Yes, and it looks like it very well could have bottomed on the weekly. Let's take a look at the daily. All right, it's testing this. It put in this 2250 area. This is the support. That's where you draw the line, 2250. gets down there again, you buy a little more. Why not? If you're in it like I am, there's no point getting rid of it. Just my thinking is to add to my pile. The same with Amazon and Apple. And you added today to Apple. Let's take a look at Apple.
Yeah, I used the proceeds from NWEO.
Well, that's fine. I think you put it in a good place. It had a horrible candle today after a great candle yesterday, but it did not take out Monday's low. So that's good. And that's a very encouraging sign that I've been seeing as a constant. None of these stocks really took out Monday's low. So even though we bounced off the low of the day with Apple, just as we did with Google, and I don't remember Amazon, but we bounced off the lows with Google and Apple. Good sign. Tomorrow is going to end green. I just don't know whether it starts green and ends green or go. I think it's more likely to go red at the open and then turn green. That's how I see tomorrow. And next week, it's hard to project, but I think we're going to be up next week as well on the week. So while this was, how'd we do on the week so far? Not good, but let's just take a look at Apple for the week. For the week, yeah, we're below the close of last week, but not by much. We closed last week at 157.65. So right now we're almost even with where we were Friday. And if we close higher on Friday, like I think we will, we might actually have an up week for Apple.
Yeah, I always view Apple as like one of the safest stocks to own.
It is. It's the I call it the 4-star general. Or the others are 3-star generals like Amazon and Google.
Could you do me a favor and check Tandem when you get a chance?
Tandem. I got a chance right now. I'm going to look.
I thought 100 was a great level to buy, so I bought some.
What the heck happened? Was there news?
Not that I know of, really.
They are the leader in the gizmo for diabetes.
Yes.
The automated insulin, whatever they.
Yeah, and they released something that their product is working well, and somehow people didn't like that.
The good news is it did not take out $76.19, and that's firm support. It came close to that today, 77.16. So I like the bounce off the bottom, and I like the fact that it didn't take out the lows of May. So it looks like a great opportunity to enter. I don't know the cause of the collapse, but
they reported a loss of 8 cents per share.
Look at this line. It was a lot of touches, whether it's a high or a low, a lot of touches or near touches. This was a very good area to stop.
And it did.
Down. So we may have seen the low on Tandem, or maybe tomorrow we retest this low one more time at about $75.
Yeah, today they did their earnings, I guess, and it wasn't as expected.
Wasn't as stellar as it could have been.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so that's about it on the day. Is there any Zim? I promised people Zim. Zim had a good day. The shipping container company. I think the shipping, Arjun is right. Shipping is a sector to be in. It turned in a beautiful candle on the week. It closed the week at 55.63 last week, and now we're at 10 points higher. Up on a down day. Let's take a look at today's candle. I think it was up. Yeah, up 1.2%. Up, a nice candle considering everything else I own is red. So nice candle.
Right.
All right, so that's it on the day, unless somebody has a strong request. And NVDA, we'll do that tomorrow at the end of the week. We'll do the video. And how about both of them, AMD as well, to end the week. This has been Dr. J and Kamal, streaming live from Long Island, New York, wishing you happy trading. Remind you that
when are we meeting tomorrow?
I don't know, 5 o'clock-ish.
5 o'clock.
Reminding you that our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. Please subscribe and give us 2 thumbs up. That's like, voting twice, that kind of thing. Hasta mañana.
Take care, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.